And we also do know that it was after the former president and current flag bearer of the NDC donated items worth some 390,000 Ghana cedis, number of PPEs that are to be distributed by the NDC COVID team of experts to identified health institutions across Ghana. We have to also say this is the second in the series of donations by the former president. But moving on, the Multimedia Group partners the Ghana Association of Doctors in Residency, GADOR, to raise funds to support the fight against the coronavirus pandemic. Now, we have to speak to Dr. Ben Hammond and Dr. Priscilla Olins-Kpodo, and they are with the association to look at how the partnership is expected to work and how everybody also beyond the boundaries of the association are expected to contribute to this fund. Good morning to you, Dr. Ben Hammond.
Yes, good morning.
Okay, do we also have on stream Dr. Priscilla Olins-Kpodo? Dr. Priscilla.
Good morning.
Okay, great. Now, let me start with you, Dr. Ben Hammond. Tell me about the rationale for this, the main objective, apart from it being just related to COVID-19. What specific objectives do we want to meet? Okay, I would pose that question to you, Dr. Priscilla Olins-Kpodo. What specific objectives do we want to meet with this partnership? Well, we'll try and get all the technical details ironed out. We seem to have some difficulties, some freeze in the line there. That will be the internet's penetration or transmission. We'll see how we're able to resolve that very soon. But again, this partnership, for which we have Dr. Hammond and Dr. Priscilla Kpodo going to speak to, part of the initiative that GADOR, Ghana Association of Doctors in Residency, and the Multimedia Group have undertaken. Are the two of you on? Dr. Hammond, are you on now? Dr. Kpodo?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, Dr. Hammond, I pose a question. What are the specific objectives of this initiative with the Multimedia Group?
Okay, so we aim to ensure that all frontline healthcare workers should be protected adequately in the fight against COVID-19, because we realize that some of our people are on the front line and
Dr. Olins, are you on? Okay, so it's the internet. We're having some difficulty. It's freezing a bit this morning. Very much symptomatic of sometimes the way the internet behaves in this part of the world, but you have to pardon us. But please make sure that you give us more of your messages on Facebook, JoyNews on TV. We also do have a Twitter handle, JoyNews on TV. And let us get to know what you think. But we want to show you a video of a gentleman who apparently did an invention for which we decided to have Erastus Asaridonko, our regional correspondent in the Ashanti region, going to who had to speak to the gentleman. But before we do that, let's speak to Dr. Ben Hammond. I'm told that he's on the line. Good morning to you, Dr. Ben Hammond. Well, we don't have Dr. Priscilla Kpodo. Please tell me the objective of this initiative. Sorry about the line.
Sorry, that's fine. Good morning to your viewers again and listeners. So, Ghana Association of Doctors and Residency is an association that comprises of residents, basically doctors in training in specialist programs. And what we consider is that we are an important component of the frontline, or frontline workers as we call ourselves, and we need to take charge. What we have noted is that government is going to do its effort. I mean, put in its effort to provide for the victim, look at all the aspects that would affect us in this COVID pandemic, but we'll need the personal protective equipment. And that's what we thought, that in a small way, how can we support this fight? How can we help the situation? So we considered, would solicit for funds or directly PPEs from various organizations, individual associations, to help ourselves and our colleagues on the ground, so that we would getting their infection and also prevent ourselves from infecting patients that we come into contact with.
And ultimately, we mean who is expected to be part of this or contribute to this significantly?
Everybody, essentially. So what we have done is to create a short code that helps us solicit funds from every individual that has access to a mobile device and any of the telcos network or whatever platform. And then we've also that bit soliciting for funds from organizations, including like banks, some of the state-owned cooperatives and all of that. We've had some individuals who have also responded very greatly. And at this point, I just want to say thank you to the people that have donated. Rotary Group, the Ghana Maritime Authority, they were actually the first to respond. We are looking forward to the donation from Ghana Association of Bankers. We've got individuals like Selom here, Mr. Dr. Malo. We've had a great response, and we are looking forward to everybody getting involved. The underlying statement I should make is that there's never more than enough, because now more than ever we have more use for them than we probably have. And there were times when we need them, we may compromise when they are not available. But at this point where lives are involved, where the life of health worker, and remember that we don't have enough health workers, and we can't afford to lose health workforce at this time to quarantine or isolation. Because once a health worker is exposed, we have to go into quarantine. So as many health workers that are exposed, patrician, and that was going to affect your fight. Then again, I mean, probably at the end of the fight, if it's finished and all is over, you don't want to find out that you've lost the few workforce that you have on the ground that are taking care of others. And we have to recognize that this pandemic, it has not stopped other diseases happening. So we are still seeing patients coming in with asthmatic attacks. We are seeing patients who are coming in with diabetes, hypertension, and we have to make sure that these patients who are coming in to see us do not go away with the infection when they came in without. And so this is very important for us.
Well, and Dr. Hammond, how we always talk about how doctors and nurses and other medical staff are the front line of this fight across the world. Right here in our country, how serious is your situation by way of the clear and present danger that you face each day when you work?
Okay, so you have individuals getting up from the house. For example, myself, every day I don't know what I'm going to meet at work, but you still have people have to put aside the fear.
We've lost, but that same question goes to you, Priscilla. Okay, Doc is back. Doc, please go ahead.
Yes. So sorry. So I'm having some technical challenges. Yes. So the uncertainty is there, the fear is there, but you still put yourself together, pull yourself together, and you come to work. And that's why we cry for the personal protective equipment, which will serve as a way to give us a sort of assurance.
Dr. Kodo, can you continue where he left off in the first place? The danger you face as frontline workers, not only you, but also the nurses that you work with, the wardens, and the other personnel you find at your various health facilities.
All right. So essentially, we are directly involved with patients who may carry with COVID-19. Unfortunately, for the disease, majority of people have without symptoms, with mild symptoms. And before you can even make a case definition, you would have already been exposed to a patient. You understand? So you always tell is end up being the positive case. Because even when you suspect, samples will be taken and it will take about 58 hours before you get the result. So it's quite anxiety inducing in a sense. And we've had some instances of colleagues testing positive who may have been around with us for days before they start exhibiting some symptoms. And so you have to expose the lady without recognition. And even when you think that this may be a suspicion, you don't have the available PPEs all the time. And so the exposure is real. And these are some of the fears that sometimes we entertain. But the most important thing is that we don't have to be afraid. We don't have to use fear because the patient is looking at us to lead the charge. And that's what we are talking about.
And if we have to continue from there, Dr. Hammond, at which point in time then do we have to say these contributions need to be coming in, but also targeted at specific maybe health facilities because of the spread of the facilities that we have and based on what the resources are and what we can raise?
Okay, so we've derived an algorithm that takes into consideration the number of cases that have been reported at a particular facility, the geographical location of the facility, whether the place is a designated COVID treatment center or a COVID holding center or just a first contact. We've been able to group the various facilities into zones, high risk zones, moderate risk zones, and low risk zones. So depending on, and we also take into account staff strength.
Okay. So, Dr. Kodo, if I want you to continue with this and then end with how people can contribute ultimately to this.
All right. So with the algorithm, as you were saying, we have some indicators. We look at staff strength, whether you have even recorded cases, whether you have been, we're looking at all these factors to come to a score. And based on the score, we rate or categorize the facilities in either a red, yellow, or green zone, or high risk, moderate, or low risk zones. And that is really advising us as that is advising us on
Okay. Okay, Dr. Hammond, you want to conclude for us at least, so that.
Okay, so we are appealing to everyone to get on board, help protect the frontline healthcare workers. The president made a call. President gave some, had made some PPs come across. We are very, very grateful, but we still need more. But we still need more. So anyone can just pick a phone or any mobile device, star 887 star 10 hash. So star 887 star 10 hash, and just do a donation to us, and we'll make sure our frontline health workers are well protected as well.
For the bad connection of the internet there. Workers are, that's how sometimes we face it in this part of the world. I'm sure all of you are familiar with it. So that's Dr. Ben Hammond and Dr. Priscilla Olinsk-Podo, and they are members of the Ghana Association of Doctors in Residency. They are doing a good thing. They've partnered with the Multimedia Group, and so there's a fund that has been put together. And with the Multimedia Group, MG, and GADOR, Ghana Association of Doctors in Residency, a short code is available, and any one of you can contribute to a fund, and definitely that will go to a good cause to procure PPEs for frontline health workers, and that is those in identifiable health institutions. But